You're sure that they received the documents?
Obviously, we wouldn't have. We had to indict somebody is a serious issue. Therefore, we had to cross-check the date when they received the letter, and they kept mute.
Did they give you any documents at all? Did AMCON DJ bring any documents?
Obviously, they gave us documents.
Did they say that they did not have the other documents that you were requesting, or they simply were silent on the documents that
the documents they had, they submitted. Those that they didn't have, they did not submit, and those other ones that we felt was very, very important, they simply did not reply.
So there was no reply as to whether or not they had the documents?
Yes.
Okay, now let's take a look at all the faceless lawyers. You also talked about some faceless lawyers, directors of mainstream. Faceless lawyers, do the lawyers exist, or they didn't? Or did you ask that they come and you just couldn't see them? Or what exactly do you mean by faceless lawyers here?
Well, we said faceless lawyers is a matter of nomenclature. A situation where somebody as a lawyer will now act, and when he is supposed to be in a particular place, you find out that his address is somewhere, although it is not a reason. A legal practitioner operating anywhere in Nigeria can act for a company. But we tried to find out from the address that were furnished. We sent people, and we discovered that the chambers do not exist in those places.
Do you care to give us some names?
Obviously, the names are there in our findings. Somebody from Jos. What recommendation is that?
I was talking about recommendation 3, number 6. Recommendation 3.6 says all the faceless lawyers, directors of Main Street Bank Limited, Keystone Bank Limited, Enterprise Bank Limited should be unearthed and made to face the wrath of the law.
Good. Now, in our page 41, that is recommendation 2 up to this place.
3.
Now, Bello Mohammed.
No, away from the names, what is this about faceless lawyers? While we look out for the names, what do you mean when you say faceless lawyers?
There is somebody, we said upon further analysis, this committee found that Form CA2 was stamped with verification stamp dated 1st September 2011, an assessment dated 1st September 2011. The filing was done on 8 August 2011 by Benson A. Ibanoi, with accreditation number NBA 450 with address as 571 Pan Street, Jos, and with this telephone number. From CAC 7, it contains the following names as directors. Well, we are saying let those that acted, all those that participated in the incorporation within 3 days, let them be fished out. And we are not saying conclusively that they have committed an offense, because if we do that, we are being judgmental, but that they should be investigated. This is our recommendation.
Did you ask to see the lawyers? Did you invite them?
Well, we made frantic efforts, but we could not trace the lawyer.
Well, that's why you said there's a faceless people.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we won't talk about those who exist and those who don't exist, because we still have to stay on that. But very quickly, just as an aside, is the Assembly doing anything with regards to proper identification of every Nigerian? Because if we had our identification properly, we should be able to know if these people do exist or not.
The question of identification is a national issue. We have contradictory statements left, right, and center. We all know that we don't have data on Nigerians. We talked of national identity, it failed. We talked of a lot of other things. Nothing seemed to work. And so much resources have been siphoned in a bid to attend that.
Something has struck me, sorry Sulaiman, something has struck me here, that sometimes you ask for a document, you don't get it, your Committee on Banking and Supervision gets it. Do you think that you should have involved them in this particular probe so that, somehow there could have been synergy, what they know, they furnish you with, and there would, it would generally have been smoother, rather than later on you begin to find out that another committee in the House already has some documents that you're looking for?
Well, as far as we're concerned, we're an independent committee. If we were to dig into documents, we would have gone back to the Hembe days and say, okay, bring all documents that were submitted to Hembe.
So but you truly started afresh?
We started afresh. And therefore, we were oblivious of the existence of any document anywhere. And those outfits which we demanded or requested for documents should have told us, for goodness sake, that look, these documents you are looking for are already with so-so committee. Therefore, go and avail yourself of that opportunity. We would have done that. Or if we feel, as an independent committee, we can insist that we want the same document. It costs them nothing to give us those documents. If whatever is good for a gander is also good for a goose. What is good for a goose is also good for a gander. What is good for Committee A is also good for us. The perspective from which they requested those documents might not be on the same frequency with us, with our committee. So therefore they should treat us independently.